live.
Okay, yes, hi, good evening. Hi, Jera. Happy
Hello, Fern.
pre-Valentine's Day.
Happy pre-Valentine's Day.
Yes, okay. So, today, right, we want to talk about a very interesting topic because I thought this topic was very interesting because the last time I spoke to you, right, I realized something quite important. Our looks
Mm.
can actually affect our wealth. What do
Yes,
you think of
yes.
this particular statement? Okay, why? Because you're saying that some people, because of the way they look, especially on social media and all that, it affects their opportunity, it affects their income. Can you tell us a bit more?
Okay, to elaborate, right, I honestly, personally believe that it's not just about looks, but looks are important. It's more about how we build a good influence, a good reputation, or good status around ourselves. And I kind of lump it together into one umbrella called personal branding, and looks is just part of
Oh,
it. So I feel like this element of value that's tagged to our personal self, right, really will affect a lot of the things that we do, the career that we choose, or how people perceive us actually. Yeah.
I
So
think
I
it's
mean,
true,
it's like we are
Yeah.
naturally attracted to beautiful things, right? Like shiny things, beautiful things.
What about the audiences? Do you all agree that looks may affect your opportunity and your wealth? If you agree, you all can type A, or if you have personal experiences, you also can share with us. But if you don't agree, you say no, looks doesn't really affect. You can type no. Okay, I mean, it's feel free to agree, disagree. It's a conversation. And guess what? Do you think looks affect your chance of getting a Valentine's date? What do you think, Jera?
Definitely. I mean, okay, so just to put things in perspective, right? I wouldn't say because nowadays we embrace a lot of diversity and a lot of authenticity, right? I wouldn't say looks will affect anybody in any way very badly, but I do believe that bullying happens because of how a person looks. But it's
Oh
more of
wow.
like if you're looking one way, and then if you put in more effort and you choose to look a little bit better, right? Your value and your opportunity will actually increase. But can you actually be sure? No one can guarantee anything, but if you have an opportunity to increase your value by maybe 20 or 30%, right, just by improving some things, right, I don't see why anybody should be resistant to like to that lah. So it's not like I don't look very nice and I think it affect me. No, it doesn't. It's just like when you compare you versus a better version, right, then people will naturally be drawn to a better version of you compared to when you don't do any improvements.
Okay, so I'm not sure whether any of your guys got experience that because of the way someone looks or the way the person actually portray how he or she looks affects certain things. I mean, personally, right, I do have an experience. This is not my personal experience. I remember when I was back in the civil service in the military, because we do have this thing called a ranking exercise where every year we will talk about, oh, who should be ranked first and who should be ranked higher. And this one was shared to me by another colleague lah. He said that he was trying to tell people his subordinate is supposed to it does very well. He's a very hardworking person. And the issue is, because the organization is so big, right? All they can do is to post up picture and then show the person. And when the person's picture is posted up, right, wow, look a bit messy, doesn't look confident. The person some you can don't look confident one, or in the profile
Yeah.
pic, everything. And when everybody look at the picture, they don't think so lah. Then he felt so shocked, He say after working so hard, this person works so hard. Sometimes people judge him by just one passport photo, and his heart was broken. And then he just couldn't accept it lah. It's like, but he realized it is the way it is. A picture sometimes speaks 1,000 words, and the picture may not be a correct representation. Okay, so someone mentioned beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That perspective, some of course takes time. So if you have opportunity where people have more time to know you, good for you. But sometimes the first few impression does matter, right? So Gerard, what about you? What about you? Have you heard of like stories like this?
Oh, definitely. I hear so many stories, especially when, there's a lot of stress going on, right? Because Singapore is so competitive, everything is getting so expensive, right? So a lot of
Right.
people are feeling very down emotionally, and then sometimes they feel a little bit lost, right? Honestly, I feel like by improving some physical aspects of our natural self, right, it will actually enhance the confidence that we didn't have in the first place. And then with that renewed confidence, right, we can actually feel a little bit more advantage. I would say increasing your competitive advantage, right? But be it whether you're looking for a better job or, you
Mm.
know, even you want to influence someone to join you for a date, like, you know, tomorrow is Valentine's
Yeah,
Day. I don't
that's
believe
right.
anyone should appear for a nice date with messy hair
Oh.
or smelly, you know, that kind of thing. It also shows, like, you know, that element of you paying attention to yourself, right? Because you have some form of self-care, because you
Mm.
pride yourself into uh being a person of standard, I would say. And that is
Okay.
why it's not about the looks, it's about, you know, how much you care. That translates into the clients you serve. This is actually a very subconscious perception. It's like, if I see the person who is sloppy and then this person is coming in to serve me, or like if I am considering to be his client or not, then they will also kind of subconsciously perceive like, hey, if this person don't care, then obviously he's not going to care about the things that he do for me, right? So it will like one thing lead to another, one thing lead to another, as what you say, lor. Like the person in real life can actually be someone who is very smart, who is very capable, but because he didn't pay attention to all the little details that he missed out, right? Like for example, can be as harmless as a photo, and then suddenly he just lost opportunity, and then he just got judged because other people perceive him to be otherwise.
So I was looking through some of the things that you're sharing with me, right? If you all look at the screen above, okay, so it is the same person, but they all agree that the impression, the feeling is a lot different. So there's this lady on, you can see picture on the left and on the right. Which one do you all think is more attractive? Same person. If you all think is left, you all put L. If you all think is right, you all put R. And this is one of the client of Gerard, right? Tell us more a little bit about why she came to you and what was she looking for.
Okay, so this is my client slash friend. Her name is Adrian, and she is in the design space. And of course, you know, being in design, right, you have to face some clients who really will tire you out. And then I feel like, you know, she doesn't have enough time to take care of her looks. And because she's in a creative field, right, I feel like you kind of have to live up to your name, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the theory of how people live up to their name is also true in a sense, because if you are someone who you position yourself to be of this caliber physically wise, you have
Yeah.
to, you know, be on par with that standard lah. Otherwise it will be, I call it a misalignment. So we are in the creative industry, and I feel like there is a way that we can, you know, just do by a simple makeover, right? We can
Uh huh.
transform women, which is usually a very drastic change, men also actually, to become someone who is of that standard where you usually don't do, but something that you can see yourself and capture that essence of, I would say, atasness, so that you
Ask us.
can, yeah,
So what
you
do you
can
do to
use it
her? I
for
see.
your
Yeah.
career profile pic, or you can even share it on social medias, right? So that you let people perceive you to be of a certain style or certain personality, you know. Because I
You see.
feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, this person says left is more attractive, so obviously this
Yeah.
person
Left
goes for
attractive.
the,
Left is sexy. Wait. Our
yeah,
left is the same, right? The one with the specs, right?
I,
So I
yeah,
got a
yeah, yeah,
feeling. I got a feeling it's because she's smiling, lah, right? But if let's say the person on the right, after dressing up with that kind of persona, still smile, I think is the attractiveness. You will feel that the person put in a lot more effort, and you also want to give a person more credits. Don't you all agree? I know lah. Sometimes now people say left more feminine, right more muscular.
it's a different form of identity. I would say that
Oh, right looks
it
happier. Wait,
depends
wait.
on how you relate to a certain style and personality. So the left one, right, is the natural ones. I don't know lah. Like, I mean, a lot of people will feel like, hey, I like my natural self lah. But after when they go through a transformation, right, then they realize, oh, I actually can be like this. So to me, right, it's not about the looks. It's really about how you want to identify with the different audience. So if let's say your work is targeted towards a certain
Uh huh.
demographic, for example, and then
Right.
you're not being perceived in the correct way, and then you will just not have that competitive advantage versus the correct style. Like, in corporate, right, they will want to look corporate. But if you are in
Yeah.
creative, you want to look creative, then you can appeal to the correct audience.
Yeah, it's
So
about
it's not
being
just
being
one
having,
stand.
yeah, having a
Yeah.
decorum, you see. So just now you say that,
Mm.
oh, after you dress up it's not like you, or you before you dress up is not, it's more like you. It's just, you imagine you go swimming pool, you wear swimming trunks lah, right? You go Orchard Road, or you go
Mm-hmm.
to wedding dinner, you wear nicer, appropriate to the occasion. But is both of them you? The answer is yes. And then let's say
Yes.
at home you wear t-shirt and shorts, is that you? Also yes. And that you maybe feel a lot more comfortable because you're in a relaxed environment, in a relaxed state. But not every situation you are supposed to be comfortable all the way one, correct? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also respecting the host, and also respecting the kind of, I would say, situation. And people were sort of like, they like it when you respect them and they respect you back. Correct? This is a whole thinking lah, right?
Yes.
So okay, now let me share next one. This one is guys lah, because we have guy audiences. Hey, y'all tell me lah. Y'all feel that which one is? I know both attractive. Now I know our audiences quite politically correct one, but which guy is more? I mean, it's the same person now, but which picture is more attractive? The person with the specs or the person without the specs? If with specs, you can type S. Without the specs, you can type W. W or on N. N is no specs. S or N. Okay, which one do you all think? Specs or no specs? Okay. So Alex says is the right one, correct? It's the same guy, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, And over
Same
over a
guy.
period of how long? It's not over a few
Okay,
months or
okay.
anything.
This
It's,
kind
it's
of
immediate.
transformation, right, can be as fast. Okay, if guys, right, usually they don't do much to themselves, but if they really take care of their appearance, I think it can be as fast as 15 minutes.
15
Just to
guys.
tidy up, then
It is a
choose the
15
correct,
minutes.
then spray some
Yeah.
perfume, like put on some. I mean, some guys do lah, but I'm not saying all guys will. But nowadays, the trend would be more guys are more aware of how they present themselves. And then there's makeup
Yeah.
for guys, so they sell those concealers where some guys have a little bit pimples here and there, or some blemish, or sometimes when they shave they have these like
Is it a
marks
BB
on the
cream?
face.
Is it BB cream
Yeah, BB
conceal?
cream, or like little concealers that they sell nowadays over the counter, that you can just do it yourself. You don't have to do the whole face, but or like cover eye circles to make themselves look presentable. So if you do it well, right, they actually cannot tell that you actually have those products on your face. It is really that advanced now.
So can I ask, because when the client come to you, exactly what steps do you take? Maybe you can share with us so that the whole entire audience will learn something as well. So let's say
Okay,
this gentleman, what's his name? Sorry, I mean, if he don't mind
lemon,
sharing,
lemon.
Clement. So
Yeah.
transformation. What is step one? How many steps, by the way? How many times do you meet him
Okay,
to
so
change him?
so maybe just a quick intro on what I do, right? Okay, so I
Yeah,
do personal branding. It also not only includes looks, right, but it's more of how you carry yourself and about development, right? So today we'll talk about looks, right? So when a client comes to me, right, I will see, or rather, I would first consult with the client to see what change are they looking to become, and also what are they
hmm,
using it for, right? Is it
yeah,
for personal use like self confidence, or they want to renew themselves? Because some women they like to capture their essence every 5 to 10 years, that kind of thing. Then some of them know that digital is the way to go, right? So
right.
in other words, right, for me to be able to create a digital collateral so that they are able to communicate that perception they want to their clients. So how it works, like, first is a consult, then after that I will do a wardrobe assessment, which means I will go down into their home, like a 1 hour session, and then
Uh-huh.
I will check
Okay.
out what kind of style they are usually comfortable with, and if there's any need to change, right, depending on how they want to portray themselves in their makeover, right, I would actually suggest pairing, styling, and then maybe even do some minimal shopping. Nothing too expensive, but it's more of like I play around with what they have in the wardrobe first. Then if there's a need to add on accessories, I can add on. Otherwise, right, we'll
Mm,
arrange for a day to, after the wardrobe assessment, we will go down for the shoot, right. It will be on a separate day lah. And then it will first, beforehand, we will do the makeup, the hairstyling, right, so that everything is prim and proper, or tidy, or even very fashionable. And then
Right.
we will do a whole session where the photographer and me, right, will actually help to make the client very comfortable to portray the most authentic self that they are,
Uh-huh.
instead of just standing in like a typical pose. Because otherwise you will look the same, and then there's no point doing it, because you can just do it in a plain wall and you can take a selfie by yourself, right? So the whole point
Right.
is to make you appear authentic, approachable, dynamic, strong, or proud, right? So that
Uh-huh.
the entire output, right, will help you to communicate and translate your identity towards the people that you want to relate to lah.
Yes, yes, yes. So Coco Louise is asking, is this the same person? If you just join us, yes, this gentleman is the same person, and the transformation can be as fast as 15 minutes. So Gerald was actually sharing how she help her clients to transform. And wouldn't it be wonderful? Do you know that a lot of you guys, right, or a lot of even myself, we can look a lot better. Now, looking a lot better is really doing yourself a justice, you see. Because if you look like $1 million, I mean, or if let's say your self worth is a lot, right? Sometimes it's good to portray that for a few reasons. Number one, for yourself. Wouldn't you all agree that if you look better, you also feel more confident? I okay, if you all agree, you can type A. I do know some people they are confident regardless. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But in the world right now, a lot of us, I guess it is linked, it's interlinked. Physically, when you feel better, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you feel better. You look better, you feel better naturally. Okay, so there's nothing wrong having a makeover. If you need to, some people they do certain even like cosmetic surgery. I think it's totally fine. If it can enhance your confidence, why not? It's worth a lot, you see. Then the second thing is respect the people around you, correct? I mean, it is nice what if you look nicer, people around you, they look at you, they also feel better, correct? So imagine tomorrow, Valentine's Day, you rather go on a date with Jera or go on a date with me. You all use your brains, lah, huh? Actually, obviously, I mean, Jera is a lot more okay. Depending on whether you're a guy or girl, right? But I guess it's also for the people around you and for yourself. I think overall the whole dynamics of the environment will change, and it's worth it. It's worth a lot, correct? So
Yeah, I
wait,
agree, I
wait, wait.
agree. I mean, Sean, right? Like, I mean, I totally agree. It's about respecting not only other people but also yourself. Because if you don't
Yeah,
pay enough respect for yourself to pay to improve, or like, spruce up a bit, right? I feel like it also translates to the people that you meet. Then you will think like, like that can like that can. But honestly, I feel like it's just something that you refuse to, because you kind of discounted yourself already, like
that's
too
right.
early. Yeah, I mean, if you're
That's
naturally
right.
confident, right, to a certain extent, you will definitely do something, right? Like, because it is
Yeah, correct.
just how we function, right? Like, if you're at home, it's fine. You don't have to do anything to yourself, right? But when you step out, right, you're not in your own bubble. We're actually dealing with a
Yes.
lot of other people who we are meeting, even for work meetings especially. So some workplaces actually require females. I'm not sure about the males. Like, usually males always get away, but the females will have to put on some form of very light makeup, right? Just so they look very presentable.
So for this particular client of yours, the makeup itself, how long will it take? It seems like quite a. I mean, it's the same person, obviously, same clothes, same face. But if you all cover the computer screen and then compare, obviously one of them you can see that she put on makeup, and I mean both look beautiful, lah. Right? It's the same person looks beautiful, but with the makeup definitely enhance the beauty, correct? It enhance. So this particular makeup segment, right? How long does it take?
About 1 hour plus. Yeah.
Wow, okay, okay, 1 hour plus. For
Yes,
because this
yes.
one you want to do a photo shoot, correct?
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. And then
I
it
see.
includes like some ironing out of the hair, baby hair, everything. So in terms
Ah,
of hair and makeup, right, it will take about 1 hour plus, because she has short hair, so it's like 1 hour odd. If it's long
okay.
hair with some fancy thing, then plus a lot of like accessories add on, right, then it will take a little bit longer.
Hey, some people say no time, man. They say, hey, wow, no time, 1 hour plus. But this one not a everyday thing, right? It's for a one-time photo shoot.
No, no, yeah,
Nice
yeah, yeah. I
profile
mean,
pic.
normally when people do it themselves, right, no time, I feel like, as I say, it doesn't have to take very long if it's on your own face. And if you're okay, so the thing is, you will get the hang of it when you're very familiar with your own face, your own body. Everything can be as fast as 15 minutes. And if you are going for somewhere special, then of course that timing will have to be allocated up to an hour, like if you're doing it yourself. But time is really very subjective. Like, it depends also. I'm not, as I saying, it's not about the looks, right? It also depends on how you look naturally. If there's nothing much, right, just maybe conceal here and there, spots one. You don't have to take too long, maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or even putting on like lipstick, less than 5 minutes. You can get out already. So
So
or
for
even like
yourself,
a spritz of perfume, right? You know that scent. Some
uh-huh.
people like it, some people don't like it. So like maybe some light spritz of perfume also can be considered improvement, like, or transformation.
So it can be like a 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes thing, depending
Yeah,
on how much
yeah,
time you have. Yeah, but I
yeah.
think most importantly, like you mentioned, the first step is you must know your style first. If you don't know
Mm.
your style, then you can put 2 hours and you will look even worse, right? But if you know your style, can be quite fast. Okay. Yeah. Actually now that I actually also recall, right, I think looks does like affect opportunities. I think so. Well, I mean, again, the audiences, if you all agree, disagree, you can share. Okay, any shortcut, need more sleep. Okay, this is so awesome. Okay, so a lot of people commenting. But I do remember, like, even in when I was studying, right, as an intern, we wanted to go for internship, and I remember like applying for this particular internship, and it was at Daimler and Chrysler. So it's a quite a big company. Then they pay quite well lah, because I was a student back then, and I can tell you my results is not bad one. It's like, okay, not too sure lah, but to give you guys a context lah, I was having like A's and B's on my transcript, and another friend of mine, right, is a lady lah, so she's very pretty looking. And she told me, hey, let's go to the internship together, because we were friends in the same hostel. And then I told her, hey, but there's only one slot, and then your results maybe not as good, maybe no chance. So don't waste your slot. She said, never mind, try lah. Who knows what happened? Then you know what happened? I think we know what happened now. Okay, what happened is she got in, but I didn't get in. And we just sent in photo. We sent in photo plus transcript. Wow, that day I have a realization about life, lah, huh? So I mean, it's not all about results, it's not about your capability, but your looks does matter. And because in the marketing department or in a particular department, they will prefer someone who looks like a certain way. Correct.
Mm,
So
mm. I
okay,
agree, because okay, just let me to add, right. Looks
yeah,
is just one way, but because we are talking about, like, it's actually the whole package, right? But looks, right, that actually there's a tip to it. You have to really find out what you're applying for, and then
yeah,
you go and, like, do it the way that they are, to the person that they are looking for, because they cannot meet you yet, what. So that's the little trick that I actually advise my clients to find out, more info, be it through emailing
uh-huh,
or going through a phone call before you submit anything, right? And then
yeah,
choosing the correct photo, or if you have to uh pre-frame that photo, right, to suit the company that you're applying for, right, is also one way to increase your chances of getting hired lah. Also have to do
and it's
homework, right,
all
as well
just
to
one
list the
photo, right?
criteria, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
after the photo that 那关, right. Further on, then you have to do the face-to-face interview. You don't tell me you want to go with a bare face, and then, again, at that respect thing, like, you are dealing with somebody who is going to be judging you, whether
Yeah.
determine whether you are right for that position, right?
Right. So I think it's very important because, like, especially the first portion, right? If you can't even get chosen for the next stage, then it's game over, right? You at least get
Yeah.
through the door first. One photo, yeah, it does affect. Hey, so there's this particular listener saying that my wardrobe all blue and black, because the first thing you do is go and assess the wardrobe, right? Wow, the wardrobe blue black one, and how Obaka, then
Uh,
how
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. As in, a lot of us like blues and blacks, right? Because it's easy, it's flattering.
easy,
But there's a way to enhance it without changing the color. Some clothing have like very little details that enhance without going over the top. Can try lah.
huh?
Instead of buying plain, you can buy those with more details and then add it with a plain bottom. It will actually change your outlook a little bit more. And then slowly get adventurous, or blue and black, maybe just add a white. It doesn't have to be,
Ah,
overly colorful, but it's more of like pairing, because I think now, right, I feel like the personal brand is very fast becoming a social currency. And if you're going to
yes.
kind of blend in with the crowd, right, then you won't stand out. So if you want to blend with the crowd and become that wallflower, and then nobody want to notice you, then it's fine. Like, it's really up to what you're looking for in life. But for me, right, if you want opportunity, or if you want somebody to remember you, or top of the mind awareness, right, it is really about how can you play around with the little details, right? Looks is just one, the way you dress is just one, how you speak, or how tell jokes, right, also is a way to make people remember you more, so that next time if they have any opportunity, they will just remember you and call you lor. That's all. Yeah.
Alright. There's this audience also sharing. Definitely must put effort on your look and dressing to get jobs or promotion based on recruitment experience. So this person is a recruiter. Thanks for
Mm.
sharing this. It gives you the feeling that the person, like again, is putting more effort, has more decorum, has more self awareness and things like that. Okay, this one I definitely need to put in a lot more effort, lah. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of feedback from people around me. Hey, can you please look better? And it affects them, especially let's say I'm your team member or let's say I'm your spouse, you see. You go out with the person, you also want the person to feel proud. It's not just all about you. Huh?
I
Yep.
agree, I agree. Like when I go with my husband, right, and then he also in the mood to dress up, then we both dress up, right, then we just feel happier, lor. The date becomes more exciting. And I kind of agree with what Katerina has said, Mas, because she has a recruitment experience, so coming straight from the recruiter's perception, right? Even
Mm.
if I'm a recruiter, right, I will also judge based on that. So it's like you can't for me. Even if I say consciously I don't find that anything is wrong with this person, right? But if that person has put in effort, I can tell. Right. And
Mm.
it will also make me perceive or like assume that if this person pays attention to little details, then yes, it will also pay attention to their work.
Yeah,
就是这样
lor. I
咯。
mean,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
very
correct.
natural assumption.
And we assume that the baseline is all of us, we are good at our work. I mean, it can't be totally perfect, but assuming both of them equally capable, but one of them show that he or she puts in the effort to like do personal grooming, then definitely plus point. And it's the things that people keep get reminded of, because people don't always see your work, but people always see your face, right? So they keep getting reminded of like the kind of person you are by a certain kind of association. Okay, of course there's a lot more things like character and things like that, but we are saying like all things equal, to stand out you need to put that kind of a particular effort. So audiences, please feel free to ask any questions. How happy are you with your current looks? Okay, with your current looks in terms of, I'm not saying like things that we cannot change, but how happy are you in terms of the kind of ability you have to enhance your looks? What do you think from a scale of 1 to 10? And maybe I'm going to ask Gerard a little bit more question, because you say number one is style. And you talk about style is also in relation to your objective. Are you going on a date? Are you going for a business meeting? Are you going for a what else is there? Maybe like a
Recruitment.
sports recruitment, right? And actually, based on what you're saying is, right now Gerard has a different way of doing it. Business meeting, everybody wears suit, those kind of things. She will be asking you to think of how to be slightly different, right? You don't be like wearing swimming trunks lah, but you also don't wear boring suit and tie, right? Huh?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so so your way is to make people stand out, correct?
Yes, yes.
I see, I
Yes.
see. So
I
if
mean,
let's say
it's really to translate that visual into the person that is naturally their personality. It's not like I go and try to force things out that they are not natural. That's not naturally them. Even though I do have requests like that, right, because they want to break through. They want to show people that they are more than just who they are, because they were being labeled. They were being
uh-huh.
framed into a box. Like, we always like to say that, hey, I'm an introvert, then they forever be introvert, full stop. Like,
Yes,
then
correct.
that is the whole purpose of growth, right? And everybody keeps saying that they want to grow, they want to transform, they want to grow, but then they label themselves. And then my role is really to bring them out of that label and that framing.
Actually interesting. So if let's say I'm an introvert and I need to counter that, because naturally, let's say we do know some people have certain preferences, correct? How would you suggest an introvert to dress up, or to make him or herself less introverted looking, to counter the balance? Is there anything like maybe the button never button, the zip never zip? No, I'm just kidding. So how
Yeah, I
is
mean,
there any
okay, so if let's say we are talking about visual output, right? We will purposely ask the person to, emote themselves, like, give us some emotions, or be in action, right? So that we can actually capture the person in their own own action, like, instead of just standing there like that. So we will engage and talk to the client, so that they will become more comfortable, right? Like at least for 15 minutes they will need some warm up. And introverts, nothing wrong, right? It's just that they recharge alone. But I feel like introverts have always, I use it as an example because I feel like it's always being misused. and
mm,
and funnily, right, I originally thought introverts are people who cannot do a lot of things, right? But I actually met someone online, right, who says he's an introvert, but he is super outspoken, and he said, no, I'm an introvert, right? But I can talk and I'm not shy. Then I'm like, okay, my brain was thinking, okay, so what do you mean introvert? But he's not shy, and he really not shy. He can really talk, and he's very open to sharing, and he's okay with public speaking. So I feel like this label, right, is misappropriately overused, and that's why I have to, like, go on that conversation with the client to understand if this is something that he's using to hide. you know a lot of labels that we use to put on ourselves, right, can make you stand out, or you're actually using a label to hide behind it. And I
Right,
have to
right.
understand which one is that person belonging to. And if you are always hiding and you're missing out opportunities, right, then my role is to bring you out of that and then translate you into someone who you can communicate well with the person that you're trying to connect with. Yeah, not only through looks, but it's also like the output of visual. It's visual communications, and I emphasize a
Oh,
lot about visual communications with personal brand, because you can't let other people know what you're thinking just by, like, just standing there.
right. So you visual communication means like you can communicate certain attributes you want to show, like confidence, like intellect. If I want to look smarter, how what should I do? If I want to look
You want
smarter,
to look smarter.
yeah.
Oh, definitely your glasses will be one very good anchor to, you know, make people remember you well. But I would
Ah,
make you use a different color frame, like, so that you stand
okay,
out.
okay. I
Something
see, I
that
see.
is not like, even if let's say you were to wear black and white, right, that visual
Hmm.
can be made in a way with a lot of lights, contrast, shadows, and textures and details, right, so that it doesn't look as typical. So the whole point is understand what is trending at the moment, or right, rather stale at the moment, and then we go the other direction, right, to
Oh,
make you stand out. It doesn't have to be drama, it's just something that change, right, that will make you stand out, right, while you still can wear your black t-shirt and your cap and
ah,
your glasses, right. It is about a lot of details put together. So
hmm.
makeup also does the same way, whether is it for males or especially for females, right. It is all the little details that you put together, right, that makes the whole picture coherent. It is
Yes.
not just
So,
one. So now you're a TikTok
hmm.
advocate.
Oh no lah, no lah. Actually, frankly, I wear my cap because my hair is a bad hair day lah, bad hair day. So
Yeah,
I
but that
wanted
is
to
a
respect.
clever way to mask that messy bad hair day. Yeah, that is one tip. So how you wear it also, okay, that's a very good example. How you wear your cap, right? Front and back, right? It actually changes that vibe. I don't know if anybody of you can feel it lah, but even if you cannot translate it into words, right, you can actually feel that there's a difference. And that is
Okay,
what we are
okay.
saying about perception and subconscious judging.
Okay, okay. Never
Yeah.
mind, never mind. So okay. You see, actually one cap also can make a lot of difference. So I do hope
Yeah.
are y'all learning? Are y'all learning I don't know why my internet is so laggy. Like, I'm trying to change different internet. So are you all learning something? If you all are, feel free to ask more questions. I think Jera is sharing a lot and she's not holding back. Yeah, I think agree. We got to be a bit more conscious about what kind of message, the visual communication. Wow, this is a new word I learned. Visual communication. So is it like even like when we take a particular photo, we have to take a look at it and see what kind of message are we sending, right? Or when we go out, we want to say what kind of message are we sending? Oh, this is a very interesting concept that I'm learning today. So yesterday I was talking to yesterday 2 days ago I was talking to even Uncle Raymond. So this guy is talking about like he purposely choose to wear a certain shirt to look in a certain way. So he does have this kind of thought process and very very smart influencers as well. Okay, so Gerard, well I think I've learned a lot, and I think we also want to. But what? Let me ask you, what is someone they don't feel that they are naturally good looking? In fact, they feel like I'm below average. I'm ugly. Do you what do you tell someone like that if they feel that they are ugly?
If they feel that they're ugly, and if I see that they are not ugly, right, then
You'll slap
is
them.
is something that they are definitely insecure about. But I have to understand what exactly is that fear that they're holding on to, or that lack of
Have you?
confidence, or some trauma that they've
Mm,
been through, and try to transform them step by step. Like it's not like an overnight thing, because when these kind of insecurities exist in ourselves, even myself, right? It
Ah,
is not something like, okay, I want to come out, then you will definitely be able to transform. This transform looks, right, is just one part of like physical. And
hmm.
and it's one of the easiest way to make your brain register that you are you can be this better version of yourself, because you change yourself physically. When you look yourself in the mirror, then you realize, oh, this is an improved version. So what I can tell the person is, right, I definitely can make him look like a better version of who he is, but internally, if he don't feel it, then definitely there needs to be more work done.
I see, I see. So from your experience working with so many people, transforming how they look, and also their personal branding, have you met someone really so ugly, like, wow, I don't think I can help you? Is there any situation like that before?
No lah, no lah. I really don't feel like anybody is too ugly to be helped, and especially now there's a lot of body positivity, right? But it's not like anybody has to be skinny and slender. It is more of really about self awareness, right? For
Hmm.
your health sake, right?
Ah,
You can embrace your body to be flabby or baba, right? If you love it,
Baba.
very well done. If you're healthy, fine, stick with it. But if you're not healthy and then you tell yourself that this is the correct way to function, then are you deluding yourself? Because
Oh,
if let's say you go for a health check, I mean, we don't guess, right? If let's say you're not healthy, which means you have been to some health
hmm.
check or there's been some health issues, right? Then something needs to change, right? And we all know that, like, you can't, there's always a healthy range or balance in our life. Like, you know, too skinny also cannot, too fat also cannot. Then if you
Hmm.
don't belong to that like healthy range, then you have to do something. So it's more of like
Okay.
awareness.
Healthy,
Awareness.
correct. It's about healthy, not about ugly. Ugly is a, so nobody is really too ugly. It's about health. Okay, there's this a very interesting question now. Maybe what do you advise guys to wear on first dates? Hmm.
Okay. Um. Firstly, okay. If I were to just give advice, right? I think, right. Go and ask the girl that I assume you're going on a date, right? So ask the girl some info, right? Just a casual chit chat, not like grilling her, interrogating, like
Oh, okay.
because that's how you want to perceive what's her favorite color, or is there anything that she doesn't like to see guys wearing, that kind of little questions that you sneak into a conversation,
Yeah.
because you bother to find out, right? Then when you turn up the way that she wasn't, or rather she to the way she likes, right? It actually gives you bonus points. But the way you ask her cannot, as I said, I cannot be too interrogative. Like you just really casual getting to know her. I don't believe that before your chat you go straight on a date, right? So there will always be some form of conversation, texting, or phone call, that kind of
Wow.
thing. Then that's how you know that
I
you are
see.
on the right path.
Eh? Let me test. I ask ChatGPT. What should guys wear on first dates?
Oops.
Gerard, are you still
Yeah,
there?
I'm back.
Okay, okay, yeah. I was asking ChatGPT lah because stick to neutral
but
colors. This
but
one quite
okay, you
boring.
can ask
I
the
think
chip.
your advice
I
better.
want to
Yeah.
know. Yeah, mine is very active one. It's not 死 one. Mine is very 活 one. So ChatGPT cannot win me.
Oh yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
but one advice I want to advise guys, right? Please don't wear lao t-shirt with the collar, like that. I cannot. Even you wear polo tee, the collar also cannot, like, at least must stand on its own.
As in, don't wear. Yeah, yeah. Those
Or
kind of
luck
like
steak,
comfort,
or
comfort.
luck steak,
Okay, okay.
yeah, or lao. Don't
Lao,
want
lao.
can, yeah, at least for me lah. Like, I would, next time if you get to know the girl better, right, then you can be more chill. But on the first date, pay more attention to the. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's more of like the quality of things that you put yourself. No,
A lot. Of-
um, keep any
okay.
stray strands inside the noose.
Well, this one is a very interesting question. You
I
okay,
love
okay.
this question.
So nose hair. Do you think nose hair can be sexy or not? Is there any way to like style the hair to make it like Wow,
Nose hair,
super
no.
show that you're
No.
confident, Mark, right? Yeah.
No.
Why?
Okay.
So all nose hair is
Keep it inside the nose, please. Like I mean, if
people
it's
are
one
embracing
strand,
nose.
I will overlook because I'm a very detail sensitive person. So I'm not so mean like, hey, you're not saying I won't lah. But when I see one,
Walao eh.
I will like try not to look But I won't get turned off lah because sometimes it just pop out right too long. But yeah, have to keep it check. Put it back into the nostril.
This guy very just super proud of his nose hair. Like, this one's sticking
Hey,
out.
you
Got
know
stout one more.
nowadays they actually are flaunting their armpit hair.
So because it's big, maybe they listened to your talk before, ma. Must be outstanding, correct? Everybody's scared to show they purposely show the big one. Huh?
I
Correct.
mean, if they embrace it, I'm in no position to say that it's off lah. So I mean, if they can really embrace their armpit hair and show it, like I respect, but I personally cannot.
Okay. So this person say that that dude has
Oh
longer
my!
than usual nose hair.
Is it
Yeah, buy
as
him
long
the
as the one in the picture? No lah. Okay, maybe not so long. Maybe half.
okay. So yeah, correct. It's not about. Oh, they're talking about the expensive clothes. Do you really need to wear expensive
No,
clothes?
no need, no
It's
need. It's not about expensive. It's about you don't wear something that's overwashed or overstretched. It can be a
mm,
cheap t-shirt, right? When it's styled tastefully, or like
mm,
at least iron it lah. Even though I'm also guilty of not ironing my clothes, but I'm married, so I don't have to please anyone. But if I on a date, I make sure that I wear a clothes that's not wrinkled or like a lao or a stained dress. Unless you go and eat some laksa that at that moment you stain, no choice. But when you turn up, right, make sure as much as you can, right, make sure everything is kind of proper. It's not about expensive. It's not about spending a bomb on your shirt. It's about paying attention to the details and asking the girl in little subtle clue conversations what she likes so that you can impress her. Okay. It's not about, why should I need to impress her? No. It's really about the two-way communication between you and the person or you and a group of people. That's all.
I see. Actually, what I think I learned something lah. So when you actually dress for a particular occasion, you are dressing for the particular audience or the, let's say, the lady or the business partner, and it takes. I mean, it takes certain effort to go and really study. And once you study it, right, the rewards can come in
Yes.
a
Yes.
lot more now. Because
Correct.
so go and do your study, okay? They got a funny question coming out. What's the most attractive and eye-catching accessory to you on a girl/boy for both Sean and Gerard to answer?
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
do you have anything? Accessory.
Okay, if it's for female, right, I would think glasses, like really. Even
Glasses?
I love glasses, yeah. And anybody who wears something that is a little bit more colorful or striking, especially on the face, right, it will catch my attention. And
Hmm.
then for female, okay, for male and female lah, but for males, right, specifically, maybe earrings.
For male is earrings.
Yeah, because when they have short hair and they have one like cool understated earring, right, I think it's like okay, they pay a little bit more attention, but it's still subtle. For female, is glasses or earrings
Okay.
because every like eye
I
level,
s-
it will definitely catch my attention. Then I will admire the accessory, like what kind of studs they are wearing, or what color specs, or what shape they are wearing. Does it suit their face? Okay, your
but
turn.
my glasses not accessory. My glasses is really I need the glasses to see. But
No, mine
I
also
do see
no.
some of my.
Mine also, yeah. I also cannot see without glasses. It's just that I happen to choose a more colorful one than yours.
Okay, actually I don't know whether this is considered accessory lah. But nowadays,
It can be. It can be. Yeah,
okay,
it is already an
huh?
accessory.
Yeah, I see. I think for me it's very simple things like even hair clips. Like sometimes the hair clip can come turn into a conversation because some people they put very cute hair clips, right? Or like the way they tie the hair. I mean for ladies lah. Sometimes
Yeah.
the
Like
way they play with the hair, right, it's always very fanciful, very interesting. Yeah. Oh, you see, yeah, the hair looks totally different. And I like to pull the hair lah sometimes just for fun when we are playing like games or stuff like that. So, for guys, right? For guys, recently, I don't know why a lot of the guy influencers that I'm following, this one is not accessory, but they have like certain tattoos. So I feel wow, like very cool like that. not like
Yeah,
those
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Harry. I don't know whether you all know this guy called Chris
Okay,
Harry and all
so
that. Wow,
I
see
like
already,
guys
wow,
with
super
very
sexy,
nice
correct? I mean for guys
tattoos.
lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree. That one I also like.
Yeah. But that one not consider accessory, right? You can
No.
put a sticker lah. At one
Actually,
point
it's
in time, right?
self-expression. It's expression. It's not accessory. It's just a use a different word to describe the way they express themselves.
Wow, okay lah. I mean
Wow, nice,
his
nice, nice. We no
okay
nose
lah, but
hair. Wow, very sexy body. Yes,
you
pass.
must have that kind of body also lah. I mean, if you don't have the kind of body, you go and do this tattoo. Okay lah. Then the accessory is the muscles. Yeah. So all this quite interesting. By the way, guys, it is to look healthy. It's not just to like look so muscular. For him, I think he's healthy because he work out a lot also. Yep.
Mm, mm, mm,
So I
mm.
think it's a very interesting conversation. And hi everybody who are online right now. I do hope you have learned something. Are you learning something? Do you all want Gerard to help you do a transformation? If you all want to, you all can type yes. You can ask more questions. And okay, so I just do a bit of a introduction of what Gerard does. She helps people build your personal brand. And the interesting thing is this, right? Personal brand, I guess, from what I'm understanding from Gerard, is a kind of visual message. I mean, branding is more than just visual. But when we talk about looks, right, it's a kind of message you want to give people, right? And it can be consciously like a design one. You want to make people like have more confidence in you, that you're someone more trustworthy, someone who has more confidence, someone who is a little bit more fun. All these are messages that you can craft to show others, correct? Huh? So I mean, if
Yes.
you're interested to find out more about what Gerard does and how she can help you, by the way, guys, you can just okay. So can you share a bit about what you do? Like your services and what you do for people.
Okay, so
There's a
mainly
really
my clients are
yeah.
people, right, who are business people, who are entrepreneurs, because they have more relevance to do a transformation so that they can translate to the audience that they are serving or trying to reach, right? And then their
Mm.
messaging can become more effective, right? Because a lot of us are into digital space, and it actually helps businesses. So but because it is so big, this space, right, and a lot of people are throwing out so much content, right, they don't know how to do it in a way that's effective but yet authentic, but still stick true to their personality, but then yet still understand out, like everything also one lah. So what I can help them, right, is to really produce first, not only just physically that transformation or how they can meet the clients in real life, but also how do they do effective messaging and communication on digital, in the form of content, in the form of portraiture, or in the form of even copywriting. So I lump them up into branding and communications, so that they can actually connect with the correct clients that they want to connect with, or turn away people that they cannot connect with. So it's not just about connecting
Oh,
with clients, but
attraction.
it's also to turn away. Yeah, 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 because otherwise you're just going to keep going into a cycle that brings you nowhere. And also you might even attract the wrong type of clients that you don't want, but they just keep coming to you for some reason. So it is really very intentional. It is built upon design and communications, right, to bring you up into digital so that you can effectively grow in this space, while at the same time you can translate and let people perceive you in a way where they like you more, at, like, I call that the
Mm.
competitive advantage. And
Right.
also, right, to make you feel good about yourself. So is if some people, they are not in business, it's fine. Some people, they just want to achieve some form of breakthrough, or they want to get out of that old routine. They want to step into something new, because nowadays, a lot of people have side hustles, side incomes. This is also where it can be
Right.
helpful for them. Yeah. So that they don't, like, just get dismissed or brushed off, because everybody already assume that they are
Right.
like that. What? Then if you are already like that, then standing here and doing the way that everybody is doing is not going to help you anyway.
Right. So sometimes purposely don't cut your nose hair long, then you'll be very outstanding. Okay.
Yeah,
But I
could
don't know
be,
why we're
if,
talking about
if you
nose hair
dare
again.
to do it, I say why not? Yeah, if you dare to do it, but like majority is not into nose hairs lah, so we keep it inside the nostril lah.
Okay. Hey, so what Gerard helps us do again, first of all, helps you attract the correct people you want to attract based on like your profile. That's why she has the services that helps you like change your wardrobe or assess your wardrobe. No need to change, and then optimize whatever that's inside. And then she will go through a
Right.
particular photo shoot so that visually on the internet, when you put on Tinder or LinkedIn, you're still attracting people, correct? You will attract the right people. Then after you attract already, you clinch the first date or the first interview, you need to have some preparation. You're gonna work on your inner branding message. That's where Gerard can help you as well. So maybe could you actually leave a particular way they can contact you? Would your so I'm gonna get Gerard. So how do they contact you if they want to like learn more, find out more?
I mean, they can come drop me a message privately, and I can reply from there, because I know a lot of us have certain desirables, requirements, or preferences, right? And I
Yes,
believe
correct.
in a lot of personalization and customization. So
Okay,
I need to ask some questions so that I can understand you more, to do a good repackage. I call that a human repackage.
got it.
包装. It's a lot of
Human
products come in
repackage.
very nice packaging, right? Yeah. So this is more like a repackage. I call that a rebrand, because in order for us to break out and step out of what our preconceived labels are, right, there
Yeah,
has to be
yeah,
a rebrand, a re something. So yeah,
got
I
it.
need to understand what is the info, what you're looking towards to change or achieve, and then from there I can advise. So drop me a text, ask me questions, and then I'd be happy to like help in any way I can.
So I think Gerard has kindly shared her WhatsApp link. I think she's very open. So if you want to just message her, ask her like what kind of services she can help you do. I think it's really customized. So some of you maybe all you need to do is to cut your nose here, nose hair. She'll look at you and say, "Hey, just go and cut your nose hair." That's it, right? Some of you maybe need a bit more work because you're supposed to look like a $1,000,000, but now you only look like $10. So she will go through like pre-consultation, then go through a particular retransformation to help you assess your whole value. So I already put the link down there, okay, and I'm going to put it in the description. Jera's contact. Okay, I'm going to put inside the post description. It's updated so that you can contact her. So guys, do you enjoy yourself? Did you all learn something? If you did, can you all please help me type Jera? Okay, what are you laughing at? Huh?
No, I think it's very fun on the whole conversation, because at least I managed to break some preconceived notions about how look is not important. It is important, but it depends on how we perceive it and what is it used for. And I'm glad I managed to elaborate more on this, and
Right,
to bring some awareness into why you need to look into things, because I think we kind of can agree that the world is a little bit more chaotic now. And if
right,
we just stay blissfully unaware and decide not to change, right? I mean, fine, it's fine. No one will. I mean, no one. It's not like deadly, but the world still moves on without you. So if you want a good competitive advantage, if you want better opportunities, I feel like this is how we can, share enough knowledge for people to make better choices, like I say. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's no harm looking nicer, right? Is there a harm? Let me think. Is there any
That's,
disadvantage to look nicer? Let me think. Oh yeah, too many fans. Then my wife feel insecure, lor, correct?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My wife is shaking her head, lah. I don't think she feels insecure. So she feels super secure because she knows my heart. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, yeah,
walao, I need a new haircut. I just need to gel my hair. I purposely dress down so that I don't look too attractive. See, I consider the whole entire situation. I'm a married man, those kind of things, right? So I'm very wise one. Okay, so guys, I put a link inside the comments. Later I'll update this whole place, this whole description again. Then after end of this particular session, I would just suggest you guys click on the link and then save Jera's number. Who knows when you need it, right? So you can save her
yeah.
number, drop her a text, say, "Oh, I'm from this thing." You can ask her like about her services, ask her about website, or even ask her questions. I think she's very kind. Wow, first time I see people give direct WhatsApp link one. So you all save this preciously, then go and save the number as Gerard, lah, correct?
Yeah,
Gerra,
GERA. Yeah.
personal branding consultant, or like someone who can make you look nicer. Okay. Hey, so do you think I need a new haircut or not? Just say
Yes.
lah, don't worry on.
Yes.
Wait. Where's my cap? That's why I wear cap, you see. Actually, I also know
Put it
lah.
on, put it on, put it on. Yeah. Next time wear a hat.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay, I don't wear a hat some more. I don't like to gel my hair a bit. Okay, it's not about me, not about me. Okay, but thanks a lot for your. Yeah, I love these guys. They are very like upfront, very frank. Your hide behind the scene only. Your profile pic only one team. What the heck? Let me see your face. Let me comment about you. Okay, never mind. We are out in the open. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay, so okay. But thanks a lot, guys. So I want to once again thanks Jera. And also please go and save her WhatsApp link because and then okay, I go get a new haircut lah. Okay, I go and ask her what to do with my hair also lah. Okay,
Sure,
so we
yeah.
always aim to improve. Okay,
Yeah.
so thanks a lot, Jera. And for those who are joining us later, come back to the Facebook page. We'll start at 8:15 to talk about Valentine's Day stocks. But right now, give yourself a gift of looking nicer. Maybe not give yourself a gift lah. Give your spouse or your partner or people around you a gift by looking nicer. Okay lah. Go and cut my haircut lah for my team members.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you very much. See you guys
Thank you for
soon.
having
Thanks,
me.
Jera.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.